Hey, I'm your girl, Sunny Day, and welcome to my Socially Speaking. I'm the author of, can you see it? Social Work Drama. I haven't featured my book lately, but it is a wonderful, very interesting depiction. I always have to do that because it's a little book, but it's a lot in it. Um, It's about my journey through the social work sector for almost 20 years. And it's a must have. It really, really is. It is a book you will never, ever regret or ever forget reading. Please like if you're so inclined and subscribe. And Happy New Year! Like, I really miss my music. I was trying to find it, but my development team that usually assists me is not here to assist me today. So I couldn't find it. And if I would have taken my time and really looked for it, I think I would have located it. But I was so excited and in such a big rush to get here. I just went past it. Anyhow, today is kind of a dual topic. One will be one issue that everybody's talking about, and then I'm going to transition very quickly into a fashion beat. I hope I got everything because, oh my gosh, wait till you see what I found. So, okay, I don't know, maybe because everybody is saturated with talking about the R. Kelly situation. I really didn't want to talk about it. But it makes no sense for me not to talk about it because I am a mental health practitioner and I have worked with many persons that suffer from pedophilia disorder. The clinical term is actually pedophiliac disorder, I'm sorry. That's the clinical term, and it's a very, very, very precarious situation. It's super intense. So, and not even really to talk about R. Kelly, I'm going to actually really move away from him and just talk about the person that suffers from that condition. I haven't worked with a person that suffers from that condition in about maybe about 3.5 or 4 years. Throughout my career, working in different settings, in particular mental health settings, mental health so-called group homes, and men's shelters. I've worked with the actual sex offender, the actual pedophile. And I have not been their primary clinician, meaning I have not been the one ever to provide them with ongoing clinical treatment, psychotherapy, but I have been treating them for their other co-occurring condition or disorder, which would be something like chronic homelessness or their stimulant use disorder. What I can tell you is that the males that I have worked with, the adult males that suffer from that particular disorder, have outright verbally stated that they believe they cannot be cured, and they have actually requested, not all of them, off the top of my head, I can remember about 4. And they clearly stated, maybe 2 of them, or 3, I do not want, not only did they state that they felt and believed they could never ever be cured, they said that they didn't want to ever be left around children. It's a reason why there is that pedophile child molester rule law that you can't reside within state to state. It varies, but you can't reside within a certain distance or a certain amount of feet or in the vicinity of a school. I just recall working in a mental health institution in the Bronx, and there about that was maybe 7 years ago, and there was just a very disturbing incident. We had a client who would masturbate at the children playing in the park across the street. And from what I remember, intensive psychotherapy, real cognitive behavioral therapy really is uncommon. You would think that it was very common, but it's kind of uncommon. I mean, usually the person is incarcerated, and when that person commits that crime towards a child, if it's even found out, and they become incarcerated, even in prison, they have usually, most times, have not been provided with real cognitive behavioral therapy, because the therapy is just so intense. And I don't know why it's still not performed, because it really, really should be. I mean, this is a situation, or this is a condition that is huge. For some reason, we're just now really, really bringing it up a lot, and more and more and more. But the treatment is very adversive conditioning, and I don't know why psychologists and doctors are just not, psychiatrists are just not providing it to people that much anymore. But I remember working at that mental health facility with that man, and we would have to, myself and my colleagues, would encourage him to come inside and discontinue the behavior right away. And it just so happened that facility was across the street from a park. And we would try to monitor him we did monitor him as best as we can. But somehow at times he had to go in and out the facility at times. And he would be found doing that. And I'm just describing it and even discussing it because it's very, very impulsive behavior. And once we did tell him to discontinue the behavior and to stop, and we encouraged him to come back inside the facility, he did comply. And they usually will stop, but then they say that it's uncontrollable and it's very enticing to them, so they still continue. When I was working at a men's shelter, the staff would actually observe some of the male residents at the window. Again, this was a huge shelter in Harlem in New York, and it was across the street from a park. And a lot of times the security would observe, or just staff in general, would observe, just doing a round, would observe the clients individually, the residents, masturbating to the children playing across the street. And again, I'm describing that, and I know that that's very sensitive, but just to enlighten you, hopefully, on something that you might not know, and that it's extremely, extremely uncontrollable for the person. And unfortunately, most of the time, they just don't receive treatment. And as long as I was working in the field, I can't say that aside from incarceration that I saw a lot of, because it's definitely a higher level of care. It's psychoanalysts, it's in-depth, and not only is it extreme psychotherapeutic treatment, the person has to really be willing to participate And sometimes, that behavior most of the time is, believe it or not, is inherited because from a childhood trauma, someone else has done it, and it goes on and on. So that person has to be willing to participate in that in-depth treatment. And it's pretty intense. A lot of visualization, and sometimes they even prescribe medication, not only antidepressants, to help the person not become erect or even aroused. So sometimes the client just doesn't want that form of help and admission, and then the embarrassment and the humiliation that's attached to it. People have a deep-seated tendency to suffer. The person suffers, and they have many times admitted that I don't think I could stop doing it, and they have admitted that I don't want to be around children. So, and I'm not minimizing or condoning Mr. Kelly, but just, a lot of us are like, bad, 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 but we do know, and we don't need to ever forget how sick and disturbed he is, because his brother said that he was molested by the older sister, his brother. Then his brother said that in some interview I saw on the internet, this wasn't on Surviving R. Kelly, but his brother said that the sister molested him, and the brother said he overheard R. Kelly saying that he had also been molested. And then I saw, all this old stuff is coming up. So I saw an old interview, I think it was in the 90s, mid-90s, where R. Kelly said that he was molested, and the guy interviewing him, I can't remember who it was. It was like somebody that's like from BET, a black guy that's not even, I don't think he's out anymore, but he asked R. Kelly, who molested you? And R. Kelly said, I don't want to throw that person under the bus. So, but his brother definitely said it was the sister. So we just gotta pray, because I know that prayer will heal and deliver anybody of any and everything. I know that. 1,000,000,000%, just as much as I know I'm sitting here clapping my hands. So I do believe a person that suffers from that condition, if they got this high level of treatment, could definitely be assisted, or just go to God and he will save you. So let's just lift him up in prayer, and all of them, everybody that was involved, and encourage healing for them. And I don't know, I looked at another interview, and it said that some people went to his concert, and some of the girls were in the audience or like outside waiting online, and they were saying, hold me hostage, hold me hostage. And I was like, dang. It's like the pastor said earlier at church, wrong is right and right is wrong in society nowadays. We're going backwards like real fast. I mean, we got to get a grip for real, because this is pretty serious. So let's just pray for one another, and for everybody that suffers from that situation, or those situations. Okay. I told you that I would be bringing you some fashion beats. I think I only brought one or two, but I'm the queen of bargains. And we all know at this time of year is an exceptional time to get some great bargains. I actually got a few other things I didn't bring that I should have. But I went to, I'm going to start with the little stuff first. Well, it's all kind of little. I didn't do a bunch of shopping. Excuse me. Okay. Well, it's just one store I'm going to feature right now. Okay, the price on here is $4.49, And this is 3 pair of socks from Old Navy. I really, listen, for real, anybody, you need to go shopping. You don't know when and how to do it. Like, and people say it to me all the time. Oh, I'll wait till the last minute. Oh, I don't know what to get. I don't know. I'm the queen of shopping, and not that bargain shopping. That's what I mean. Queen of bargain shopping. This was Old Navy I went to yesterday. You know they're having their big sale. I'm such a queen of it. I went on the last day. How about that? And came out with 2 big old bags bursting over for $30. Okay, these are 3 pair of socks. And I needed socks. $1.50. I mean, they ain't the best socks you ever seen in your life, but they pretty good. They some socks that you can wear with your shoes, your boots, or whatever. $1.50. Now, these are Christmas flip-flops, but just for some flip-flops to have in the house, or for whatever when you go get your pedicure. Wait for it. 50 cents. By the time I was done ringing them up with my 40% off, 50 cents. Where they do that at? Okay, now for the big stuff. I hope you get to see it. I hope you can see it pretty good. This is a shirt with horseshoes. I hope you can see it. $2.30. And I was looking for the longest for some pajama pants. Like, for the longest. Like some warm thermal pajama pants. Because, you know, at night you turn your heat down low, but still want to be warm. Boom. Look at these cute pajama pants. $2.30. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. $3.29. Sorry. Look at these fly. Thermal. And they're super thick. I was going to say matte thick. Super thick. And I got another pair. And they're super cute. $3.20. And I can't wait to wash them and then wear them. Yeah, do you do that? I think it's wise to wash your stuff first and then wear it. Because you don't know who's been touching all over this stuff. And then you're getting in your bed. Girl, wash it. Then wear it. And I wanted these. And nope, they're not the men's section ones. They're just blue. Same price. $3.29. Oh, did I show you this? Christmas tags for next year for 50 cents. I always need those. Okay, one of my faves. All for one. That's the way I used to be until the world became so narcissistic. All for one and one for all. I mean, I'd still love to be that way, but can't. But the shirt is the cutest, right? At least I'll remember that I used to be like that. In the world, everybody else used to be like that. But it's not like that anymore. Everybody's what? Selfish. So annoying. Tony is so annoying. The selfishness is sickening. My other t-shirt, what was this? $2.30. Make way for today. Isn't it cute? Make way for today. I know it's short sleeves, but hey, for $2.30, it's good enough for me. I got like a few. I didn't get any sweaters last year for $3 and for $2. I got a lot of sweaters. I went on the last day, so all I got was the t-shirts. This is another one. Isn't that cute? Full of heart. Is that what it said? Yeah. Oh no, full heart. That's so cute. I love it. I should have got all of Dream stuff. Oh, she got some good stuff. Oh my gosh. I guess basically very similar to what I have. Well, she got dresses. These are pants. Cute pants. Excuse me that they're like giant, but that's my size. My size is size giant. Um, $6 get you out the habit. That's what we used to say. I don't know why we used to say that, but the bargain would get you out the habit. Some leggings with the stripe down the side. $6. Yeah, you heard me right. $6. And this is like my fave. Look at the quality of this shirt. Please look at this shirt. Really good. It's the cutest ever. It's like that popcorn material. Like $4.20, something like that. I don't know if I forgot anything, but pretty much everything was like basically that. Like not one piece did I spend over. I mean, that shirt, what, $4.20, whatever. But I wish I would have bought the rest of the stuff that Dream got, because she got some shoes for like $7. I forgot all about that. But I could always show it to you later in the week when I come back and bring my other topic. I hope the year has been going well for you, because I don't think we spoke since the new year. But I do pray that it's been going well, and I pray that you have your heart's desires this year. And not just this year. How about every day? Just daily. I wish you peace, love, and blessings. And speaking of peace, love, and blessings, I think February 2nd, Don Cornelius documentary is coming on. Well, not documentary, but the show about Don Cornelius' life, his biopic. I think it comes on February 2nd on BET. So I'll definitely be tuning in and talking about that if it's worth talking about. So anyway, good seeing you. It's not even good seeing you. Let me stop. It's great seeing you. Absolutely wonderful seeing you. And I will see you soon, and stay super duper blessed.